Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the W.B. Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Julian Coultry, joined by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride Wrestling team, Rob Anspach. Coach, how's it going today?
Going fine.
Well, you only had one match that we need to recap in this past week. That was against Drexel. We'll go a little bit deeper in details in my next couple of questions, but first, what were your thoughts on how it went?
I thought it was pretty good. The guys went out there, wrestled well. I think it was 8 matches to 2, what it came out to. So, I think we went out there. I thought we were a better team going in, and the guys definitely went out there and didn't take them lightly and showed that they were a better team. So, it was a good job all around.
Now, in some of your conference matches in the IWA, you were taking on teams that maybe you weren't as familiar with. But Drexel, of course, was with you guys in the CAA. They come over to the new conference. So, how'd the preparation go in a team that you know so well?
Yeah, I think it was pretty similar to any dual meet we're going with. Again, we do scout guys and stuff like that to try and pick up some tendencies. But I'm a firm believer in stay where you're good and you'll be better off than worrying about where that guy's good. I talk to the guys about when we get done with the match, we shouldn't know where that guy was good. If he had a position where he was really good on top, we shouldn't know. If that's the way we go about a match, we will win a lot of matches that way. So, while we have familiarity with some guys, one, we don't ever want to take what past results. If we beat a guy last year, doesn't mean we're going to beat him this year. Okay, so we want to kind of get away from doing that type of thing. We put a little bit of scouting into it in case they have, like I said, some tendencies. But overall, the focus is wrestle in your positions and you'll be fine.
Now, one of the, fun facts, you could say about this match is obviously 165-pounder Joe Booth having to wrestle at Drexel before coming over as a grad student here to Hofstra. Did he mention anything before the match about it being new, going against his former team or something like that?
He didn't really say too much about it. I think, it definitely was something where when the team showed up, he saw a lot of the guys and said, hey, how you doing, and all that type of stuff. But, when it was time to wrestle, he went out there and did what he was supposed to do. Got a major decision and really helped us, continue getting us back on the right track because we had just lost 157 pounds. So it was the first loss of the dual meet, and he kind of just got us right back going again.
You had a bunch of guys that had major decisions, not just Joe Booth. So what did you like in individual matches, especially in the lower weight classes?
Yeah, I think, the one thing I really liked, again, at 133 pounds, we got a takedown right at the end of the match for the major decision. So it was just, our guys were looking to score points for the entire 7 minutes. If they were up by 7, they were trying to get up by 8. If they were up by 6, they were trying to get that extra team point, because we have talked so many times this year where it seems like the matches are split 5-5 and it's a bonus point here or a bonus point there that has really been the determining factor. And it's really what we stress to them is listen, you might be the first match. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 9. The only thing you can control is your match, so go out there and score as many team points as you can possibly do, and I think the guys really took that to heart and did a nice job with it.
Now, in the upper weight classes, you guys were even able to get some victories there, and in the past weeks, you've preached about the ability to win in those upper weight classes as well as the overweight classes, so what you see from that?
Yeah, I think where we had the lighter weights go out there and put up bonus point wins and really dominate, I think it was a good step for the upper weights to just get wins. And we had been seeing that, 174 pounds. We went out there, we looked at Bloomsburg, we were looking good on our feet, and we got defensively pinned. This week we continued to look good on our feet, getting some takedowns. We need to work on some mat wrestling a little bit and stuff like that, but we go in overtime, we kept our composure, we get the takedown for the win. 184 pounds, we just wrestled hard, we were stingy, we fought some nice takedown attempts off, we were able to secure a takedown late in the match to get the win. So hopefully these are just some confidence builders for these guys to get in the winning way. Again, we'll have another conference opponent with some quality guys, but very winnable matches, and we need to build off of this past match and continue moving forward. I think at heavyweight then we got a 7-1 win, 8-1 win. It was a very dominant performance by our heavyweight, something that he needed after kind of struggling a little bit, wrestling some quality competition. And the season can get away from you. You start doubting yourself. Do I belong here? What's going on? And so for him to be able to respond and get a nice win, I think should help him moving forward.
Now, when you guys win a match 8-2, what sort of thing do you take away? What lessons do you do and put into the next week of practice to get you ready?
I think it's something where you tell the guys to enjoy it. They went out, they beat a Division I team that has some good wrestlers on it. Again, we kind of expected to do it, but that's our expectation when we go out every time is to win matches. So I think the guys can take a look at it. They can evaluate how they wrestled individually. We will do that as well as a coaching staff and bring them in and talk about their aggressiveness. And then really just kind of look at some technical issues that we can improve on for the next time so we're a little bit better. I know at 133 pounds where one of the things we'll address is weight. Because, against Bloomsburg, he looked really crisp, he looked really good going out there. And in this match, he looked, even though he's won 10-2, he came off the mat and said, hey, I didn't feel the same. So we got to adjust for that. And, okay, what did we do throughout the week that was a little different than the week before? So each guy is going to be a little bit different. But overall, from a team standpoint, we're going to go with the same thing we always kind of talk about. When you're aggressive, good things happen. And when you look to score points, good things happen. So let's continue that moving forward.
Now your next matchup is against Binghamton. And it's a week away, so it's next Friday, so we'll get a little bit more in depth the next time you and I talk. But as far as right now, a week away, what are your expectations on that match?
We've seen them up at the New York States, so we bumped into them in a couple weight classes. We know their heavyweight's good. Their 97-pounder's pretty good. Their 49-pounder's a good kid. They scattered in there with some good guys, and if you're not ready to wrestle them like anybody, they're at a level where they can win. I think we should go there, I think we should go out at the MAC Arena and dominate most of the weight classes. But again, if you're not ready to wrestle, if you don't make the weight right, if you don't prepare the right way, it's going to be a lot closer, and there's obviously chances that we lose this match if we're not prepared the right way from a coaching standpoint and each individual.
Got a weekend off, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I'm thinking Seattle.
Thanks, Coach. And remember, you can tune into the WB Mason Coaches Report each and every week right here on GoHofstra.com.